Welcome back. It is a Monday afternoon. It's the Buckmaster Show, one of my favorite segments, trying to help consumers. And if we can give you some information over the next couple of minutes that can save you, and I hope it will save you a lot of grief, especially when it comes to some of these computer scams. That's going to be our monthly Scam Alert segment today, brought to us by the Better Business Bureau of Southern Arizona. Susann Miller is here, Better Business Bureau Communications Manager. She's been on the job, I think, less than 2 months, and so far she is doing a terrific job. Going very well, I hope?
It's going great. Thank you, Bill.
I mean, people really... they need to be educated about these kind of unrelenting scams that are hitting our community and nation. And it's a lot of money, isn't it, Susann?
It's a huge amount of money. You know, every 1 in 4 households are affected, and it's over $50 billion lost each year in North America. I was shocked to learn this. It's truly devastating to our economy.
Let's talk a little bit about cyber fraud. That's kind of the hot topic right now.
Yeah, we want business owners to really pay attention to this, and consumers, but businesses, they're really getting affected by this, and be aware of what's trending and how to protect themselves.
There's something called a CEO scam. This is really important stuff. We want to get this information out.
Yeah, it's creating havoc right here in Southern Arizona. Right here in Tucson, major companies are getting hit. Really what it's coming to is cyber criminals are hacking into a company's email system. It's becoming highly sophisticated and clearly successful because these savvy criminals are getting what they're searching for. They do this in a variety of ways, but usually they harvest the email addresses of people in the company from the company's website. They're slow, they're very patient, then send an unsuspecting employee a phishing email. Once the link in the email is clicked by the employee, the criminal is in, which is why it's very important that everyone in your company with an email address follows rules about how to use their company email. These criminals, when they start to read everyone in the organization's emails, this helps them learn everything about the company. They take the time. They could take up to 8 months just listening as to what's going on in the company. And then at some point, they learn when the CEO or CFO is out of the office on vacation or on a business trip. And that's when they create a fake email that looks like it's coming from them, asking the finance director or whomever controls the bank accounts to wire money to them as if they are the CEO.
Oh, my goodness.
It's crazy. And then there's another version where the criminals pretend to be the CEO off-site, say at an auditor's office, and they email the Human Resources Department asking for employee records. All it takes is one email with people's names, addresses, and social security numbers to breach an entire company's personal data.
Oh, that is so weird because suddenly these employees are getting an email. It's a fake. It's not really from the chief, the head of the company,
right?
But the employee doesn't know what to do or how to react. My goodness, they're asking me to wire some money. I better do it.
Right. They want to, do their job, right?
Exactly.
And the emails are made to look like they're from the president.
So weird. So how does a company protect themselves against this sort of thing?
Really, it's important that every employee is trained on the proper use of their work computer, like I mentioned earlier, and not allowed to download things without permission, because when you hit that download, that's when they have access. So having a professional antivirus software helps. Require passwords to be complex. And the most important thing is have a code word with your key employees that is never shared via email. Because again, if the scammers are watching your email and then you send out this code word, well, they know it already.
Right.
And then when they get this message, the director is asking to send or wire money. Only do it if they provide the code word verbally. And on the technical end, make sure to update your operating system and run the latest patches and antivirus software.
So that code word should be really a secure code word. That's
absolutely.
A really good idea.
Verbal.
It's a good insurance policy within your company. Now, this cyber fraud is carrying over to consumers, and Microsoft scam is just all over the place.
It is. And there's obviously varying ways that they're doing this.
I've gotten calls from these people purporting to be, we're Microsoft and we're trying to help you, and you've got an issue with your computer. And I say, where are you located? And then they don't reply, and they hang up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
right?
they're offshore somewhere, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's a big deal right now.
Right, and everyone's vulnerable. And it's been, that Microsoft scam has been around for years, but they just tweak it a little bit. And we just did a segment with Matthew Schwartz from KVOA for last week, and you can actually see it on our website at Tucson.
I did see it. It was a good report.
It's
you've
good.
got it up now at tucson.bbb.org.
Yeah, and he speaks with one of the victims, and we really do recommend that people go to our scam tracker and report these to us. That helps us. And it also allows us, if you're willing to speak to the media, it helps us share the word. And this, she was well informed. She's a smart consumer, mother of 4, and she received the call. And this company was called Premium Tech Support, saying that she had a virus on her computer. She didn't engage, just as we recommend, and she hung up the phone. But then she received a pop-up warning on her computer, noting that she had a virus. And, she was frantic because she was in the middle of working on something with her son on a homework project, and it looked legitimate. So she got concerned and focused on fixing the issue. She called the number on the pop-up, and they guided her on giving them access to her computer so they could fix the issue so she could move on, right? They charged her $339, and they're the ones that put it there.
Yeah.
And the goal of the tech scam is not only creates that financial loss, but they now have the opportunity to install malware, which steals your personal information. They can trick you into enrolling in phony computer maintenance warranty programs, and many have had their computers hijacked.
Yeah, it's basically hijacking and asking for ransom.
It's
is what
crazy.
it comes down to. So what do you do in a situation like that?
Well, first off, don't panic. And I think that's the biggest thing is most people, they get excited. They don't want anything to happen to all of their personal information.
They freak out.
Yeah, and we all use our computers. Without our computers nowadays, we're, it's like we've lost the limbs.
Toast,
so
right?
if it's a phone call, do not engage. Just hang up on them. And if it's the pop-up, don't click on the button. The other thing is check the validity of the virus that you're being told is there. Run a security scan via the antivirus software that's already installed on your computer, like McAfee or Norton. Those are existing, and you can trust them. And obtain all the contact information, including the website of this said company, and research the legitimacy before proceeding. If you really feel like it might be something that you need to, move further with. If you have an IT person, call them for verification. Report it to BBB via that scam tracker that I mentioned at tucson.bbb.org. And this, again, allows us to monitor scams throughout the country and gather data for our enforcement officers. And by sharing your story, you help others. You become a hero because you help others avoid becoming victims themselves.
Yeah, and hopefully you will not have clicked on that button, but perhaps if you did, and if you do have an IT person before proceeding, like giving these people any money, maybe your IT person can tell you then how to get rid of it.
Perfect. Yes. And you can trust them because they're your people.
Exactly. So you don't get stuck giving these people over $300 like this woman did.
Right.
And it wasn't her fault. She didn't do anything wrong.
No.
She got this thing coming up and on her screen, and it's scary.
It is scary, and nobody is invulnerable. That we said that the last time we were here, and we want people to really have that soak into their memory that they need to take steps to protect themselves.
Susann, what do you have coming up at the BBB? You do all these great workshops.
Yeah, thank you. Well, we have the Free Marketing Tools Workshop this Wednesday, but that is for our Better Business Bureau accredited businesses. Thursday evening, the 29th, is happy hour, which will be a huge mega mixer with ASBA and 10 other community partners. Wow. That's going to be at La Paloma. Again, you can go to tucson.bbb.org to, get more information about the details and register yourself.
Susann Miller from the BBB, always good information. And again, the scam tracker, all this information that we've been talking about is available at tucson.bbb.org.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next month.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Back in a moment with more on the Buckmaster Show.